You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the November 5th meeting for the Michigan City Tree Board. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
It is 5:30. I will call to order the November 5th meeting of the Michigan City Tree Board. If we could start with the call to order. I'm calling to order and roll call. I believe we have a sign-in sheet.
Yes, thank you. Jen Birchfield,
Present.
Mary Nell Murphy, present. Denise Blau.
Present.
Dennis is not here. Betsy.
Here.
And Laura is not here.
Laura is not able to be here. She did mention that to me.
Okay, and Harshini?
Here.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay,
If-
thank you all.
If we could please move on to approval of the agenda for tonight.
So moved.
Did you want to second that?
Yes.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Is there an
All
extra
opposed?
printed copy?
Oh, I'm sorry?
Is there an extra printed copy?
Is there an extra copy?
For you, yes.
There we go. Thank you. Okay, the agenda is approved. Approval of minutes for October 1st meeting. Has everyone received the minutes from the previous meeting? And had a chance to review those?
Yes.
Do I have a motion to approve?
I move we approve the minutes.
A second.
Thank you.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, the minutes of October 1st meeting are approved. We have bumped up public comments in
I'll be
trying to
very-
respect our public.
I'm Leslie Shad. Oh, am I the only person?
You go ahead.
Sorry about that.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
Leslie Shad. I'm from Minocqua Trail, Duneland Beach, for part of Michigan City. I just wanted to let you know, so I did a little brochure about some ideas to help support trees and the tree board. It talks on the front about just why people should preserve trees, but on the back, it's about how do we do it, and these are proposed ideas. It might not be that clear, so I'm just telling you, I know that you're working on the tree ordinance. That was new since I started working on this. But other ideas are, setting a goal for tree planting and things like that. So I just wanted to share this out. I would, welcome feedback. But, I'm just trying to figure out how to support you all. And it sounds like to me that one of the big, sort of blocks might be funding. So maybe for the city, for the city to support. So maybe I'm wrong about that, but I'm just very open and
think
trying
you're
to
right.
figure out how to help. So that's it. And I'll hand out a few more of these.
Has everyone seen?
No, I did not get one.
Yes. I think everyone else has.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well-
You fill one of them.
I will say I appreciate your support.
Yes.
It's great to have a tree champion here in Michigan City.
Beautiful.
This looks beautiful and fantastic to me. That's my opinion. I think it looks fantastic. I also support the idea of establishing a planting goal for the city or a replanting goal. But I'm curious what everyone else thinks.
And there probably is a funding problem with that, but it's
Funding
I'm just
is-
starting the conversation.
Funding is always an issue, but we do have a large grant at the moment.
For the time being.
With funds for education and outreach, that would fit in with.
What I like about this is the mention right off the top of protecting trees that we already have.
I'm
That
sorry,
is one
Betsy, I
of
missed
our-
what you said.
Oh, what I like about this is the, right off the top is protecting trees that we already have.
Uh-huh,
Because
yes.
that is one of our missions, goals as well.
I will also mention, as I believe I did before, that Michigan City is currently working to update their tree ordinance. Correct, Phil?
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
So that
which
is-
fantastic.
already in the works.
We've had some good progress as of late.
And I believe that that is with the intent of protecting existing trees.
And I was just saying before this meeting, I mean, you know, you would hope that even if there isn't a forester, if there were a gap in forestry, as has happened in the past, the city would care about trees and would say, no, you have to comply when they talk to a developer. You know, you need to comply with the tree ordinance, you know. And it isn't everything on the forester to try to know everything that's going on in the city, you know. There could be more of an ethos around protecting trees. And I don't, and people have lives, so I get that, but, you know, it would be something to try to work toward for the public and all. Yeah, not putting that on you, and we want to support the tree board is the big thing. It probably should say, you know, everyone, I don't know if everyone is fully aware of all that you're doing, so.
And I will note that Michigan City is a tree city for
Yeah.
25 years and
yeah.
running. So I'm not sure what action are you
I
requesting?
am just letting you know what I'm working on. I don't want to be doing anything that is in disalignment with you guys.
Yeah.
Just letting you know what I'm thinking about, and if you have different ideas for me, I mean, I welcome that. I've also talked to Shirley Hines about trying to acquire high-value areas and where that would be around here and how to identify those. So, and I've talked to Harshini as well.
Great.
So, yes.
Okay.
Well, if I may,
Yes,
I was
please.
gonna say, one thing I think we've struggled with, I've been on the board, I don't know, a few years, and is an archive of documentation. So we have, you know, changes with the forester, but the board itself has documentation, and, you know, so, you know, that's something that we all can be thinking about as a receptacle for that, how we can share that.
I'm, you know, only reviewing it for just a moment here. I think it looks fantastic. I don't know how the rest of the tree board feels, but I think it's fantastic that we have a citizen who is on board with what we're doing and supportive. We also do, I will note, through our large U.S. Forest Service grant, have a significant budget for printing of outreach materials. I think this would probably need to be reviewed both by the tree board in more detail,
Sure, yeah.
as well as go up the chain through the
True.
city council and all of that if it were a public-facing material. But I would be in favor of us, you know, reviewing this and potentially considering printing it. We appreciate your support.
Very much so.
Other thoughts?
Well, I think there are some, I agree, absolutely. In addition, there are some other documents, not exactly, you know, this, that relate to maybe other things that we've, you know, handed out. And that's what I'm trying to get at, is like, how can we, you know, have a reserve of these that aren't like just transferred car trunk to car trunk or, you know, whatever. And some large signage that I'm afraid from a couple foresters ago we may have lost. But I think, yeah, this is great, and I think we have other things like that too. But I think they just kind of come and go as time goes on.
Okay, any other comments?
Thank you,
Thoughts?
Leslie. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. This is
Thank you.
fantastic. I don't believe that any action is requested per se
No.
tonight?
No.
No? Okay. So we will move on, but we appreciate you being here and we appreciate your effort. This looks fantastic to me. Public comment. Do we have additional?
Dakota Euler, 718 Emma Street. Just a little bit of background. Back in September, I sent a letter to the board opposing tree planting on my residence, looking to have some tree inventory on the alleyways and abatement of the trees in relation to my same residence. Forester came out and met with me, and I was happy to have that happen. followed up here in October and requested the board and Forester define with the city code with abatement of trees, what those actions are. So I'm here tonight. Well, this evening I came home from work and noticed that a tree was planted in my yard. So I'm hoping that that's a positive sign that some things are working to get some things cleaned up in my area. So, looking
Okay.
forward to an update.
Wonderful.
We can Forester's report, I imagine.
Okay,
something like
yes, Forester's report, is that okay to wait until Forester's report? Okay, fantastic. Okay, moving on to Secretary Treasurer's report and claims.
So I sent out the, monthly reports that we get on the two accounts, the monthly, the tree donation, that the tree board, has from donations. And then also the other one that the city controller creates for our budget. So those were sent out, and if there, I guess I'll ask, are there any questions or issues before we vote to approve them?
The donation fund, I assume that that will just, unspent funds will just roll over until
They
the
have.
next year?
That's what they've been doing, yes, absolutely.
And what about the other fund? The general fund?
Are you talking about in the donation fund?
No,
Okay, the budget?
right. For example, we haven't spent all of our office supply funds.
Yeah, I don't think
Do
that
those
does
roll over? The question is, do they do not roll
I
over?
don't think so. And then the end of the year is June 30th,
Okay,
So yeah,
which relates to the next item on there would be, make sure if you have any receipts, and I need to do this, because I've ordered yet again, yes, a big expense of $15.99 for the tree tags, like I did last year.
Oh,
So I
wonderful.
will put in a receipt for, both years of those. These are the tree tags that go on I think this year it's 400 seedlings that we get from the DNR Jasper nursery that we pre-tag before the giveaway, which is so much better than doing it on the fly.
and those have been already approved, correct? Voted by the board?
I'll check on that.
Okay.
You approved purchasing them for
Yes.
your giveaway.
Oh, good. I just haven't submitted the receipts.
Okay.
So I'll submit that from last year and this year. But yeah, so we have until June 30th, but no, I don't think that money does roll over, and I don't think
No,
we
it's
usually,
It's pulled back if it's not used.
and I don't think we've used that, or certainly not used it up in past years.
Okay. But we do have until June 30th.
Nancy, that's right, the fiscal year,
Fiscal year.
yeah, okay.
Okay.
So can I get a,
Yes, do we have a motion to approve the monthly secretary treasurer's report and claims documents?
so moved.
do we have anyone besides Denise who's seconding everything else? I'm sorry, that's okay. I'll get you, all right.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Thank you.
Okay. Moving on then to communications, emails.
Oh,
Is
yeah, I
that
think-
usually, that's generally Laura?
No, that's me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
I think
go for it.
she had some, if she had some, she, talked about them too. But I think I sent this out to everyone, but but it's probably most of interest to you, Phil, that the Arbus conference is in Noblesville in January. You're planning on going?
I'll be there. I believe I'm
Yay.
speaking on something. I gotta
Oh.
look back and see what I agreed to do, but yes. I'll be
The
there.
Michigan City Tree Inventory and
How to,
Planting.
how to handle a feisty tree board.
No.
Okay, excellent.
Yes, I'll be there.
Okay.
And I think there may have been a couple others I sent out to the group. I don't think anything earth-shattering. I'm gonna cough now, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Phil, does
time of
the city pay for your attendance?
No. Well, I haven't asked, but in the, being that I just started here in June, is every January the conference.
Oh,
That's okay, I can cover that.
Well, if you're doing that independently, then so be it. If you are doing that on behalf of
I would be
Michigan
going
City.
there anyway. It's something I do every year, so
Okay,
it's not a problem.
okay. And Facebook,
We're over 200 followers, I mean,
that's grown.
hooray. And I've been posting about the, which I know Betsy will probably talk about later, the school tree plantings and some tree care and things like that. And we have not gone viral, okay.
Not yet.
But we are growing.
and what kind of feedback do we get from our followers? Anything?
A couple, like there was, I think Joe, who was a volunteer, liked the picture of the tree planting, and
Okay.
the tree board likes, and sustainability, committee, they like our posts, but not lots of activity, no.
Okay.
But I do think things are being seen by the public, but it's just 200 people.
It's growing though.
Well, that's
right?
200 more
remember
than
this
when
year.
before we had a Facebook page, so.
And it seems to me that those that do follow us tend to be engaged.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't believe we need a vote on that.
No.
Anything else under communications? Okay. Committee reports, outreach and engagement, community tree planting at Michigan City Schools.
Well, that's my thing, and I'd like to report that we planted 10 trees at 5 schools that we've discussed in the past, and I had help at each one, and I especially would like to thank Jennifer for delivering all those heavy trees in her red truck. And we could not have accomplished this without that.
Thank you.
So thank you. I would say that at each and every school, we only had cold weather at one school, but a lot of kids did come out.
Oh, good.
It was just a joy to see the reaction of the children. And, we were giving them the simplest information and demonstration. And most of them were just having the best time being there and asking questions. And I think it was a lot more education and outreach than planting. I mean, 10 trees doesn't seem like a lot, but our grant doesn't otherwise cover schoolyards.
Yeah, you just need one at each school, and you certainly had more than that. It sounds like very enthusiastic.
Well, we had one at some schools, 2 trees at one school, and 3 trees at 2 schools.
That's
So-
great.
But the experience. The
Absolutely.
experience. And Betsy's done a wonderful job getting the
Yes.
kids hands-on with them.
Mhm.
Yes, all the kids who wanted to had a hands-on experience. And I'd like to say that the people at the schools were very cooperative and welcoming. And I'm confident that they will carry through with the watering.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Betsy.
Thank you, Betsy.
That's fantastic. Being out there and seeing the kids, just very inspiring. Okay, we have state nursery bill for Earth Day seedlings.
We had the deadline for paying for the seedlings that I ordered on October 1st is tomorrow. So, and they do not take credit card information over the phone anymore. So I sent them a personal check, and I'm requesting the tree board to give me reimbursement from the donation fund. I guess that would be the most appropriate place. For $206.88.
Okay, do I have a motion?
Absolutely.
I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay, motion approved.
So that does need to appear in our minutes, so that I can go to the comptroller's
Yes.
office and request that.
With the minutes and with the cancel check or receipt or whatever.
Okay, well, I have
Or
a
if
copy of
some
the
form.
check.
Perfect, yeah.
And if anyone would like to see the order form again, I have it here. Last meeting, we went through what we ordered.
Fantastic.
It's going to be about 440 very young trees, and we'll give them out in a manner that similar to last year.
Can you just go down, since there aren't that many, what are the trees that we have ordered? 100 of,
Well, we have a wildlife packet that is 10 of each.
you don't have to say that, I'll just say
all
wildlife
those.
packet.
Wildlife packet.
One of those?
One of those, that was $70. We have 100 red buds. We have 100 black gums and 100 bald cypress,
Thank you.
which are all different than what we've given out before.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for doing that, Betsy.
And do we have a date yet for the
Yeah. I thought
Arbor
we
Day,
did.
Earth Day? Well, Earth Day is always late April,
Right.
but I don't, and do we have a location?
Senior Center.
The senior center, okay. We liked it there.
And if we are still planning to attend, I believe we had previously agreed to attend the first and last farmers markets of the year. We tend to have overflow trees.
You mean attend at all or with the trees?
With the trees, with
any
the,
leftovers.
with any leftover trees at the
At
first
the first farmer's
Yes.
market, yes.
Yes, okay. Then
And
I will just fill out the application, because there's now an application process, as we
Okay,
learned.
great, okay. And it's April 3rd, no, I'm sorry,
It's April 25th.
thank you.
Mhm.
Thursday, April 22nd is the actual Earth Day, but the 25th is when the senior center,
It's the Earth Month Extravaganza
That-
sponsored by the Michigan City Sustainability
Yes,
Commission.
that's exactly what I'm talking about, and that's a
Okay.
Saturday.
April 25th?
Yes, it's the 25th.
Okay, I'll have my buckets ready.
Fantastic.
and
And
I'll have the tree tags ready.
okay, and I can help assist with pickup.
And,
Oh, great, that's huge.
great. I know it's early right now, but we also give out instructions to people, and I've made those for the last two go-arounds, so I'm happy to do that again.
Fantastic. And we can reimburse for that, I'm sure. We'll vote at the time.
Yeah,
right?
good.
Okay. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Farmers Market from October 4th report.
I think the last meeting, we were just about to have the
Yes.
farmer's market.
Laura is not present. She was there staffing the entire event. I can't recall if others were there. I helped her
I
to
think
set
Dennis was.
up. Yes, Dennis was there for a bit. But it was great. I believe she spoke with quite a few people. I helped her to set up and tear down. But thank you to Laura for doing that for us. Moving on then to the city forester's report.
I'm sorry,
Oh, I'm
before we
sorry.
move on,
Yes.
sorry. With the farmer's market, so great, you're gonna fill out the application, and we're gonna have a tree giveaway at the first farmer's market, which is usually the first week of May, but we'll find out when it is. And then, so is the plan for the coming year, we don't have to decide right away, but we have been going there for the first Saturday of every month, but it seemed like maybe we do that, we don't go every month. It seemed like there was maybe, or we can decide on that
Yeah.
in the summer.
I believe, my understanding was that was the consensus at a previous meeting. I don't know that we formally voted on it.
We did discuss going to the first and last.
First and last. I think
I see.
we just thought maybe perhaps we were getting a little stale with the audience.
Well, the
To go every
attendance
time?
there did not seem to be as great as it used to be.
Okay, that's fine. Thanks for clarifying. That's all I needed. Sorry, Phil.
No, that's okay. All right, did everybody have a chance to read the Forester's report? 'Cause
Yes.
If we did, maybe we can just forego talking about that now in lieu of Mr. Euler's concerns. And we need to talk about the tree ordinance, and we need to talk about the tree mapping application. So I don't want to take up so much of your time. Are there any, let's put it this way, are there any questions about the Forester report? Comments, anything I can answer or address?
It looks great
Most
to me.
excellent report.
Best
I love
ever.
the pictures in the report.
Oh, thank you.
That's very nice.
Thank The summary of that is there's been a lot of trees planted, not so many removed. The removal contractors are a little bit behind. We're on them. But the tree planting as of today, I think the report said it was written last Friday or Monday. It was 311 trees. We're up over 350 now, so it's about 70% complete.
Nice.
And I also want to have a shout out to Jen, as Betsy did, for the great help with the planting of the
And
trees that were awarded.
back to you as well.
So we had a great time. We planted a bunch of trees there, and we had a good time. So I did meet with Mr. Euler prior to the September meeting, and he brought to our attention some city code that I personally was unaware of, being a little bit new to the position. So I did bring it up to our Public Works Director, Wendy Vacher, who has acknowledged that it is in the city code that private trees that are a threat to the public right-of-way should be addressed, or can be addressed. The problem with it right now is obviously funding is the main thing. So what's funding the removal of the city-owned trees right now that are considered to be potential high-risk trees, high-priority tree removals, is being funded by the U.S. Forest Service grant. So we do know it's an issue. It is an issue all over town, but the longer I'm here and observing things, I can say that your specific area is probably one of the areas that has a higher concentration of those alley trees that are in bad shape. So for the moment, it kind of sits parked there. Not that it's going to remain there. I think Director Vacher is going to address it, and we just need to figure out, first and foremost, getting a hold of how many trees there are that need to be addressed, because they're not in the tree inventory because they're technically private trees. So we need to get the magnitude of that problem figured out and get a strategy going forward to take care of them. I know we have a meeting sometime soon about this. I think she's gonna actually plan to be at the next tree board meeting to talk about the ordinance, so maybe I will give her a heads up that we should be prepared to talk a little bit about that at that time. We're not ignoring the problem, for sure, and thank you for bringing it up. So, there's a lot of fish to fry, as they say, so we're working towards it. So. But it was very valuable to meet with you and have you show me what was there, and it's certainly not good. So, that's, I guess we'll close out the Forester's report unless you guys have any other questions regarding that, because I think the next couple issues are under old business. So.
Well, this is something I meant to take up with you as far as hazardous trees on private property. When we did a tree planting at Paladin Head Start on Tryon Road, and it's not along the street, but they had a old silver maple, of course, along the side of the street. It's on the east side of the school, right on a sidewalk that's frequently used by the children. So it's between the school building and their picnic area. And I actually took pictures of it because it just looked so predictable that this thing was going to cause a problem. So when we went over there to plant a tree, some big branches were lying on the ground already. So it's probably 60% alive and 40% dead at best. So it is on private property, but it's property that's used by a lot of, very vulnerable people. They probably could afford to pay something to have it taken down, but if there's some way that we could get them a good deal, so they're not paying top dollar to remove this tree, that would be really appreciated. They asked me to see what could be done. And Leslie's husband was there, and he noticed it too, I think. But it's a perfect example of a high-risk tree in a location that's been, I'm sure not even noticed.
And it sounds as though the city is considering that, and I wonder if there are crews in that area, perhaps we could approach the contractor.
No, actually, the city's not considering doing anything with those because I believe this is a private tree matter. So believe me, this comes up a lot. I've probably entertained, 2 or 3 dozen of these in the short time I've been here. And so what I'm instructed to tell them is this is a private matter between 2 residents or property owners in this case, because it's not a residential single-family home that you're describing. And we can encourage them to have the tree removed, but there's no mechanism in place that the city has to enforce that. What the difference is between that and what Mr. Euler brought up was that these are private trees that are impacting the public right-of-way. And the public right-of-way has infrastructure such as overhead power lines, the sidewalks where people are walking, bus stops, street lights, things of that nature that we see out in the municipal setting. So, and those, I don't think have been addressed in a very long time. So, again, with the private trees, we can encourage them. We can say,
Oh, they're anxious to have it removed.
yeah, it is, and it's unfortunate in many cases because the tree owner, once you determine tree ownership, some of these trees are trees that are big and very expensive to remove, and some
Right.
people might not have the resources
Well,
to do it.
tell you the
And
truth,
then
I don't,
the other neighbor says, well, this is impacting my
And there
safety
could be
and the safety of
liability
my family
if
and where I park my
something were to
cars and
happen,
hanging over my garage, and unfortunately, the city does not have a mechanism to force somebody to take that tree down.
well, actually, I don't know if Paladin purchased the former Neiman School or if they are renting it.
But even so, it would be, I believe, Michigan City Area Schools is separate from Michigan City proper, correct?
Correct,
So it would be
School
more an issue for Michigan City Area Schools to address.
correct,
Because it's their building.
Mhm.
correct.
Yeah.
That's why, it's technically still would fall, as far as I imagine, like a private property to private property matter.
Yeah.
And sometimes people say, I've talked to my neighbor about this, several times, they're not doing anything, and, I think my next step is to call an attorney, and of course, I don't ever encourage that,
No.
but it's just, it's unfortunate that those things.
Any suggestions who I
I
could
would
contact?
contact the school board, actually.
The school board?
Bring it to their attention.
Bring it to the
Yeah.
school board's attention because
Okay.
they would have a
It's
stake.
a safety issue.
They would have a
for the
stake.
Oh,
children-
absolutely.
For the children that are attending school.
And then I believe there is online still
Yes.
a list of
Licensed
licensed arborists
Certified, yeah.
Yep.
that we could refer them
Which I did put
to.
in as a post on our Facebook page.
Okay.
Yeah, although I think it said was updated, I'm sorry?
I missed that.
In 2024, I think it was like updated last year, but anyway, I did put a post on about
Okay.
that,
Okay.
how they can look
You
on the
can
city
also,
site.
Contact the administrators at the admin building with the Michigan City Area Schools. I would do both. I would recommend doing both.
Okay. All right, well, enough said about that.
Other than
Give the
one
floor
last thing,
back
is
to you.
what I can do to help you is give you a professional recommendation on the tree, and as city forester, I can explain to them this, this is really a big deal
Okay.
that needs to be addressed.
Are trees being removed in that area through the grant?
What school was it, and what?
Well,
say
it's the
Tryon
former,
Road?
it's the former Neiman School at Tryon and Royal.
I'm only wondering if the contractor is already mobilized, if perhaps that resident could approach them.
It's not a residence.
It's not.
Right,
Okay.
and believe me, they have their hands full.
Okay,
They got
gotcha.
350
All right, I'll
trees
try
that are
calling
around
the
this.
Okay.
school board and
Yeah,
see,
I think it's a
see if
school
they
board
still
matter.
own that
Yeah,
building
it is.
and.
Okay.
They do.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
so
thank
the
you.
time
Yes.
check at 7:05.
Yes, thank you, Phil, for your wonderful Forester's
Yes.
report. And I think we can go right into old business. The first item is the mayor's Community Activation Grant.
I'm sorry, it's 6:05. I'm looking at the clock.
Yes,
It
yes.
was not too bad. Sorry about that.
That's okay. The Mayor's Community Activation Grant. At a previous meetings, we have discussed that there is a Mayor's Community Activation Grant available to municipal boards and committees. So I believe it was pitched at a previous meeting that it would be great to do a tree signage mapping app, and Phil has a presentation ready for us.
Yeah.
To see how we might utilize those funds.
But this isn't anything that's going to be of great cost to the city, just so you know. So that, whatever, that grant, the resources we're getting from that grant may be better used elsewhere. This is something that is very, it seems high tech. Where did that cord go? Yeah, Tyler, there it is. No trouble at all.
Would
Do
the
you
members of
remember
the
how much
public like
money it
to
is?
come
I
over
believe
here
it's
so they can
$5
see
grand.
how
Well, no, actually,
Okay, it's
all
not
we're gonna
gonna
do
cost
is,
that much.
let me do a quick intro here on what this exactly is. So, we've talked about putting, getting signs printed, and put signs on trees that say the species, or something that shows, like do an eye tree report on a tree and say this is how much stormwater it absorbs, this is how much clean air it helps us provide, these are the benefits that the tree gives us, for educational purposes, interpretive signage, things of that nature. I'm not saying that stuff is old and archaic and for the dinosaurs.
Hey,
Okay, I'm an old-fashioned guy too, believe me. But what we've done over the last decade is use QR code technology and smartphone technology to be able to have everybody be able to see the interpretive signage on their own devices, whether that's a phone or tablet. This was actually created by one of my employees, so I can't take credit for it, and we've done this for school districts, park districts, municipalities over the last decade. I think you really, once you see it, I think you'll think it's a pretty neat idea. And we're talking about Arbor Day, we're talking about Earth Day, we're talking about getting people together, and we have to, at the end, we have to have a public meeting where Jen talked about printing out some big maps of things that are going on, which I still think is a good idea. The difference is, a lot of those things are costly to print, and you print out a big, 4x2 map, and then what happens after the meeting, right? It's gone. So if everyone, does everybody have a smartphone on them?
Yes.
All right, scan that, and that's really all we're gonna do with the screen, although I can demo it for anyone who doesn't have a smartphone. But scan that, tell me where it brings you.
maps.arcgis.
All right, so it kind of looks like this.
Ooh, it went too fast for me.
Oh, can you go back for 1 second, Phil?
Oh, yep, I can go back.
Thank you.
I'm not
Good.
too good at this.
Tree
Okay,
data.
So the idea is, instead of printing, 40, 50 signs for 40 or 50 trees, which gets costly and laborious to hang them all up and take them all down, you print one sign at the entrance of a park, at the side of the school, wherever it is, put it on a signpost with that on it. And then, of course, we would write something on it like, this is a tree inventory map of the trees on the site, right? So scan here to learn about the trees on the site. Once they scan it with a tablet or their smartphone, it takes them to something that looks like this. This is a fake park we just made up called Arbor Park. It doesn't really exist. It's just for the demo. And so what happens, you can zoom in with your device and just come over and click on a tree. And then it tells you what the species, Latin name, in this case, diameter of the tree. We can put height in there. We can put anything you want about that tree. And then embed another link where it says more info, which then takes you to the Missouri Botanical Garden. For this case, we could do Morton Arboretum. We can link it to any source that tells you more about the tree. So the person using it now can learn all about that tree. So with just a couple clicks, there it is. And in this case, in this particular demo, we've got basically every tree in the park identified. Sometimes we've learned along the way that it gets a little messy and a little hard to use if there's a lot of trees. So you can do pick 20 trees of 20 different species, and we can make a line data set that has start here, walk to this tree, then walk to that tree, then walk to that tree, and make what we call a self-guided tree tour. You walk through the park, you walk up to the tree, again you can We actually symbolize the evergreens with little evergreen trees and the shade trees with little shade trees.
So and what's the little print that you've got there next to the tree?
It's the name.
Species?
Oh, okay,
So you click it open.
Okay.
Name of the tree.
Go through your smartphone, click open a couple points. Now that you actually have the map, you can also do this when you get home. Just save that link. Or if you don't, just email me later and I'll email you the link. And then, just cruise through and open them up and there it is. This is very simplified for the sake of the demo. We would basically get together and say, what information do you want on here, right? We don't want to have things on there like risk level of the tree, condition of the tree, what's the arborist recommendation, because all that's going to do is draw public, comments on it. Basically, species, size, what the Latin name is, and then the most important thing, obviously, is to have the more info link, and you guys would just tell me what your best sources
Yeah.
you'd like to use. And again, we really like this one. And then people can read, oh wow, this tree gets, to be 50 to 80 feet tall, and this tree does this. And
if Purdue had, all the trees, that would be great, so that it's something in state, but.
And I don't know how you feel about Morton Arboretum, but I find them to be a great resource as well.
Oh, they're wonderful. I just
Yeah.
don't know if the public is like, well, how come we're not using our own?
Yeah.
The other question I
you can use
had,
Purdue, I mean, you can use anything you want.
but if they don't have all the
It's just a matter
trees,
of
then I don't want to
building
make
this.
it complicated either.
This is not something that costs $5,000 by any means. This can be done very simply. And I just think it would be fun to do. I think it would save us the money of printing the signs and doing all that. And then people could always use that information later too, because the idea would be you get the sign printed up, laminate it, put it behind some plexiglass, and it's always there. So let's say you put it at Washington Park, what you would do is at places like the library or the police department or public places, you have a little one-pager, a little pamphlet like what Leslie made us that just says, hey, take a self-guided tree tour and learn about trees at Washington Park or at such and such a school. And people could see it, they walk to the park, they see the sign, click on it, it becomes a good educational experience for them.
I really love this idea. This is something that our old friend Dahlia always wanted. But I'm just a little old-fashioned. In addition to this, we have certain trees that are really large and significant in some of our parks. I wouldn't mind seeing a regular old tag attached to the tree on the most significant trees. The trees are there, maybe there's a size limit if they're.
And I will point out that this is a proposal for that up to $5,000 through the mayor's activation grant. We do have $20,000 in the grant.
Right.
As long as we can spend it
Right.
down. So I think there's ample opportunity for us to do something like that, unless, my question for you, Phil, was the scope of what you think could be done for this price tag. Would it be for city parks, prominent areas? Do you have a sense of like how many acres or sites you could do this for?
I would just pick a handful around the city, maybe 3 or 4 sites, maybe just one around each area of town. And pick places that, maybe this is a good question for Shannon Easton, just pick places like what are the most commonly used parks?
Or the largest parks?
Yeah.
And I really like being able to do it at schools. It's a great thing for kids to do. The teachers can teach science
Yes.
class out there. Let's learn
Well,
about
we
trees.
found at the schools, they don't have as many trees as you think they do.
Yeah.
Some do.
A few do, yeah.
Well, here's another thing too, is we have the data already on every tree in the parks. We don't have the schools, but we do have the street trees, we've got the parks, so we can use those. So if the school we pick a school that has a lot of street trees around it,
Yeah.
we can use the street trees.
And we also have, we could probably do a simple I, as a novice of GIS, could probably do a simple exercise. There are schools that have parks or natural areas within walking distance that I think they tend to utilize. Krieger, Barker has
Barker.
plenty of trees. Those are the 2 middle schools.
They have the most.
I love the idea. I think it's fantastic.
Okay, a couple questions, I think, kind of on what you were saying, Betsy, is I could totally, at first I don't quite get, like, behind plexiglass, like, what, are you talking about, like, on the trees that we would hang?
No, the
Oh,
QR
just have one
code,
for
the
each
initial
location.
QR code.
But
A
on
small
the-
sign.
But on the tree, on various trees at the park, would you have, no tags at all?
Nothing, no.
Nothing.
Well, so Betsy,
So I'm thinking,
might
I'm thinking
do it.
people are walking by the tree and they wanna know what it is, but they can't do
No,
that
the
at
idea
the
is you
tree.
scan it, there's a place, like a trailhead, or the entrance to the park, or by the parking lot,
Okay,
and, you know,
Or
you
a
have a
brochure,
sign
yeah.
on a post.
I get you, so one per park or
Yeah.
location.
Well,
Okay.
Washington Park, maybe two.
Oh, yeah, I got
Yeah,
you now.
it's gotta say something like, scan this QR code and learn about the trees of Washington Park. And
Yeah.
then once you
Yeah.
do,
I get it.
once you get there, you know, it says, you are here. We could put something on the data like in this, under this link
Yeah.
here.
That is
We
Good.
can embed, say, whoa, all right, so, let's say the sign is right here,
Yeah,
okay?
I get you
When
now.
they click on the link, and there'll be a little, we'll put, you are here, with an arrow, and then, you know, arrow
No.
this way and this way.
Another
So they can
nice
also
idea.
say, you know, click on the trees to learn.
Another nice idea might be along the Singing Sands Trail.
Yeah.
Around what?
The Singing Sands is a bike and pedestrian trail, I believe.
is it within the city?
Yes,
I believe
Where?
totally.
North
Where?
side of the city?
It runs.
Up by 12?
It starts at Mount Baldy, it'll run by.
I don't know.
Minsto, Then it cuts in, by the, Botanic Gardens there, it goes down Martin Luther King Drive. And then
Yeah, I've seen
I
it.
don't know where it goes after that
Zero.
because they haven't built it.
Well,
yet.
you
But then a
know, if
lot
you're on a
of,
bike, you don't want to
traffic.
be right behind somebody who comes to a
It's also a
stop.
walking
Yeah.
trail.
Okay. Walking
Well-
trails, yes, like at Barker School.
Okay, so the
that's fine.
locations we can work on.
Yeah,
All right,
I would
Kruger.
suggest to what you're saying, Mary Nell, that perhaps if, we'll take a vote, if everyone is in favor of this idea or not. If so, I would propose that I begin to work on the grant application paperwork
Super.
and reach out to Shannon with Parks Department. And come up with a plan. I don't know that for the application, we need to have every location necessarily
Uh-huh,
proposed, but perhaps a number of locations or a number of acres. And then perhaps at the next meeting, you know, we could iron out those, you know, review the proposal as it's drafted, and iron out the specific locations.
Sounds good.
One thing to think about
Yes.
too is kids go on little field trips.
Yes.
You know, and they have their little picnics, end of the school year type thing. Cerebral Pond would be a wonderful place
Mm-hmm.
because of all the nature throughout that park as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's fantastic.
And when I go to Creek Ridge Park, there is a stand about this tall with plexiglass and a frame. And someone opens it and puts brochures or whatever in there that's works for the county parks. So that would kind of be what we would have then, right at the entrance. Because there's a lot of trails to walk in that park as well.
Mhm.
You could see what tree is what. And
Well, this is city money, so I think we need to
Oh, I'm just
focus
sharing
on
where I've seen
city
the sign.
park.
Just
Yeah, oh,
an
yeah.
example.
Yeah, an
They,
example.
it's been done
Yeah.
many places.
Okay, well, I move that we move forward on the plan to use the mayor's grant for signage in city parks and similar areas to be determined as the project moves forward. Is that enough verbiage on that?
And I will just add that I would then draft.
Oh, yes, and for Jen to
Yep,
draft
I would
the
draft the
proposal.
proposal, and then I believe we would want to revisit it at the next meeting before we submitted that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the quickest thing would be to go with what's already been inventoried. And that would be,
Start
our-
with
That's,
Yeah.
that's, I was gonna bring
That would
up.
be all parks, right?
Because this is what keeps the cost down. And because the cost of us doing this, okay, most of it is sending somebody out to collect all data on all these trees.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you already have that done. So I wanna make this clear, I'm not pitching this or proposing this to you. with
No,
my
we asked
Great
you.
Lakes Urban Forestry hat on, like, I'm gonna try to sell this service to you. This is, I will do this as the city forester because you guys own your data.
right.
Once we get that done, it's a matter of hours, okay, for us to go out there, strip out the sensitive data that we don't want, do the little touch-ups that we have to do on the maps, like you are here, walk this way, put some lines in there, and this is done. Probably your biggest cost, now that we have this data captured, is to get the sign itself printed up and placed somewhere. That's it. So this is
Okay.
a very low-cost project. And why I'm bringing this up to you is because it's something that we can do at a low cost, but it saves us money in the back end of not having to do a lot of printing. Although Betsy, I totally agree with you. There are some great trees out there that we should be putting some signs on. Like, you know, this tree is approximately 200-year-old borough.
But we do
Well,
have
I think it's a
alternative
good-
funds for that.
And it's a
But-
good place to start. Let's just
Yeah.
start with some.
But I just think this is great for education for kids.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
necessarily just
Yeah.
kids though, I mean,
Love
just
it. Sure.
put it out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So we're talking hundreds of dollars here, we're not talking thousands
Okay.
of dollars here.
So
if
we'd
there's,
have
like,
funds for printing.
something else maybe that you guys think is more important to use that mayor's grant on,
No.
I
I think it's
think-
overkill.
Do we
No,
have a
we've been-
motion?
I
want-
moved,
I want-
yeah.
Yeah, Mary
I already
Nellis,
moved.
um,
I'm awaiting a
Did-
second.
Did
second.
we have additional?
I was.
Now we can discuss,
We have a
yeah?
second?
If we start with
Betsy
the
did.
inventory we have with the parks and the city, how hard will it be to add on to it, say, in years to come? You know, add other properties within the city
Like,
limits?
for example, if we were gonna do the schools,
Mhm.
I wouldn't go out and collect, 100 trees on it. I would say, let's just do like 10 each school. So
But it would
again,
be-
now you're
could be
talking
done,
an
right?
hour or two to do that. So even the cost then wouldn't get driven up. We just gotta get permission from the school district to do it.
Okay, but it can
And
be
then-
done.
Oh, it can totally be done.
Okay.
Can totally be
So,
done.
so could monies be utilized for including some of the schools is the question?
Mhm.
Yeah, we can do that.
And
I
then
like
pay,
that.
pay for that inventory. for
And I
the
think that
school.
would be a question really for the city administration, for the mayor, right? This is who the grant comes through, is through, the mayor?
I wouldn't see the mayor having an objection
I
to
wouldn't either.
including a couple of the schools in this.
okay. So that would just be
Absolutely
a
not.
question for me to ask the mayor.
I don't think you have to ask the mayor. I
Okay.
think that you would just want to check with the school that they would be a willing participant.
Okay,
Anything that's within Michigan City is included in opportunities for these monies.
okay,
They don't have to be school-specific.
okay,
They can be neighborhoods, they could be parks, they could be schools, they could be whatever.
okay. Fantastic.
So
Can
know.
I ask, is this a matching grant or is this a no match?
It's
grant?
a no match.
Okay.
it's a no match.
Because I was gonna say, if I do all this work as a city forester, it's in kind and
Yeah.
it's no match essentially at that point. We just use my hours as in kind services.
There is no match requirement, but I think that we could make our proposal competitive, which I don't even think is competitive. It's a,
No, you get the money.
yeah,
and I
but,
think-
but we could cite in the application that this is building upon other work that is already being done.
I think you
in the
have
city.
to have it invoiced or paid for by March. So
Okay.
there is an ending date.
Okay.
Just so you're aware
Thank
of
you.
that.
I do remember that end date, yeah.
So I just submit a separate invoice for my normal
Yeah,
duties and just say this money was separate put towards this project and then you could submit.
yeah.
for-
Do you think, Phil, that that is feasible if we were to vote on develop the proposal, vote on it at the next meeting, which would be early December? Do you think it is feasible to complete work and be invoiced by March?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, because the way I would see it going is if we could identify where we're gonna do this at the next meeting, then by the following meeting, I would have a proposal on what's
Okay.
gonna cost.
okay, fantastic.
Great.
What a great way to start the year.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's fun, these are fun things to do. They really are.
Okay.
And just I just put this on here too, this is just a quick picture what the sign would look like, but just imagine that this doesn't say my name here, this would be like the City of Michigan
City's
City's logo
logo.
here, okay?
Yeah.
And then this would say, Gardenia Park or something.
Okay,
Okay.
This is just a demo of, that we
That's great.
send to people as a, see what it looks like, and then if you'd like to do this with your park, we can do it.
okay.
I love
And
It's-
having taught at all of the schools, I would highly recommend Krieger and Barker as your
Yes.
sites for the school system.
I
And
agree.
Other schools can go there and do study trips.
Yes,
So-
and they tend to do a lot
and
of
they
STEM
tend to do
programming.
a lot at both of those schools.
And I can
with the
even,
elementary
I can even
schools.
reach out to those STEM teachers and see what they think.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
Did you have a
Okay,
I have a
question?
question.
Yes.
Could an app be created that would take you
Not for $5,000.
No, it's not even necessary.
It's just online.
Because it's all online, it's already there, it's on ArcGIS.
I mean, beyond what this is?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
this?
And
I
so
think
you
it would
guys-
just be
you guys
scan
have
it like we
GIS.
did, and it pulls right up.
'Cause-
You guys have a GIS for the city of Michigan City,
okay.
and you have a publicly facing tree inventory map that is currently on the website.
Okay.
What this is just making another map for the QR code signage,
Okay.
which we would make and then send to Tony or whoever at IT, and then they would just.
And it would also just be on.
Oh, and I just thought about this. We put it on the city the foresters page on the website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's we just completed a project at these four locations, list the schools, the parks, whatever. Go out there and do a self-guided tree tour.
Oh,
Click the link here to see it. And so
That's great.
it's-
I love it.
You don't need an app because it's ArcGIS is already, you own it, the city owns it, we're using it already, so no app necessary.
Yeah, I love
Great.
it. Okay, I think we at one point had a
We have the motion and a second, but we haven't voted yet.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, motion approved. I will get working on that. Phil, is there any update on the Moore Street development ordinances and fines?
Well, I really can't speak to that because this happened before my tenure as city forester. I did talk to Director Vesche today because I keep seeing this on the agenda each month, and I just asked her, what exactly do you want me to say about it? And she said that direct any questions towards her about that.
Direct any questions to
Towards her.
Wendy Vache
Yeah,
at Public
yeah.
Works? Okay.
And she could explain what happened out there and why. So I had no involvement in it. So
Okay.
I'd rather not tell you everything that went down.
Sounds-
So
yep.
I don't.
That's fair.
And just for clarification, that's Moore Road and Highway 12,
Yes.
so people know
Okay.
exactly what we're talking about.
Moore Road and Highway 12.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we have that noted, Moore
Yes.
Road and Highway 12. Okay, any new business? Hearing none, any comments from council liaisons?
I just want to apologize to anybody that was involved in my response to the email that went out because
No harm done.
yeah, but I'm just saying, no, I admit when I've made a mistake or when I've made people feel uncomfortable. My role is to offer an apology, but really, you've all been doing a really great job about not hitting that reply to all button. So I want to acknowledge each and every one of you for that, okay?
Overkill, but thank you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, okay.
You know, and I'll just have to say, I had to get on my other commission that I'm a liaison for, that they did hit the reply to all just this past week. So it's so easy to do, but you've been very conscientious about it, and just thank you, because that's a very fast turnaround for as many people as you have on this
Yeah.
board. So, thank you.
I appreciate that, Nancy. I think I very much respect the accountability of, hey, I was wrong. And I will also say that I very much appreciate your expertise here, keeping us
Agreed.
Yes.
in order. It was very much needed.
And
Okay,
I'll
so-
have to say thank you to Larry Arness, who was the lawyer for the Michigan City Human Rights Commission. He trained me extremely well.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so
We're
let me
glad to have
say
you
this,
here.
what my understanding is, and then for all of us to follow through in any emails that we send out. If you have to notify all the members of the board about something, you can send out an email to everyone saying, like, tomorrow's tree planting is canceled. But you cannot, if you receive that, do a reply all, because now,
Oh, so I can send out an email to everyone.
yeah, initially. But then I would always make sure you put on there, do not do a
Do not
reply all.
reply all.
Okay.
Yeah, and also, if you're sending an email out on something else, you don't want to get a quorum, so you can't send out, to 3 people, because you're the 4th, you're the quorum, so then you've made a quorum. So if you send out to a smaller group, keep it, well, I guess if you're notifying them, so I don't know why you notify 3 and not everyone, but just be aware of 4 makes a quorum.
And it may be that if there is an event coordinator,
Yeah.
for example, Betsy, you
Yeah.
coordinated the school tree
Uh-huh.
plantings. It's a matter of if you plan to attend, please coordinate with Betsy.
Sure.
Is that accurate?
Reply to Betsy
Yes.
only.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay, very good, thank you,
Mm-hmm.
all good,
All's good.
yeah.
Any other comments?
I'm very excited about this new project.
It's cool, right?
Yeah, really. I'm just
Yeah.
sitting over here trying to remain in my seat.
Yeah.
This is really great.
It's really
It's
exciting.
wonderful. It really
Okay.
is.
Moving on to comments from board members. Hearing none. Our next meeting date is December 3rd, 2025, right here at 5:30 PM. And with that, do I have?
Well done, 6:29.
Ooh, okay, let's get it done. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Did I make it?
You did, 6:30 on the dot.
We made it.
Right on there.